GMO Tuesday. Hey, we are right on the eve of the fall equinox. And of course, the leaves are falling all around, and it's time I was on my way, ladies and gentlemen. Little zep in the step this morning, that's right. And thanks to you, I am much obliged for such a pleasant stay. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's made it great. Got the Sumatra mandling going on. Chilly this morning. That means, officially, warm your bones. Biscuits and gravy season has opened up. And I smell them. I can taste them right now. Oh, my goodness. Hey, lots of stuff to get to. September 22nd, of course, fall equinox. Autumnal, they call it. Now, the equinox is kind of important. Farmers' almanacs use it to predict weather and stuff like that. I've been very successful over the years. Very, very, very successful over the years. The fall and the spring equinox, wherever you are on the planet, usually, as a rule of thumb, whatever amount of daylight we have today, that is the average amount of daylight. If we were to take every day of the year, that would be how much. Let's say we have 11 hours and 22 minutes. I don't really know, but we're going to grab that number out of the air. 11 hours and 22 minutes of daylight today. That is about what we would average every day. How it works, the fall equinox takes us into the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, and from December 21st until the summer solstice, we gain an average of 90 seconds a day daylight. June 21st, the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, we start losing those 90 seconds. That's why in the middle, when we get the fall equinox, the spring equinox, the leaves are turning all around. Time for me to be on my way. That's right, it's fall. It's in the air. I can feel it. We got the heat lamp going on here. Little chilly this morning, ladies and gentlemen. It hasn't froze yet, but it's been getting down in the 40s, Hey, on Weekend Wrap, we talked about Anna Meyer, of course, GMO Insight, powered by Green America, another non-GMO organization, another drop-dead gorgeous gal, man. I'm telling you, hey, all the people on Twitter, let's talk about that real quick. Let me get Twitter up real quick here on my other device and see if I can't give a shout out to a few people. I got a shout out. I got some stuff. Information came in over the weekend on seed banks and stuff. I guess there's some seed groups going on over there on Facebook. As many of you know, I got a colorful history, but my big issue with Facebook is Zuckerberg. Mr. Zuckerberg is being groomed by the Democratic Party, number one. Number two, he's in bed with Monsanto. He's become a mouthpiece for Monsanto, just as Facebook has. 7 top shareholders on Monsanto, 7 top shareholders on Facebook, and they censor the information. They practice censorship. So I have a big issue with Facebook. Therefore, I'm not there. Perhaps I should backdoor it in sometime. I don't know, but it's just not my cup of tea to do stuff like that. If they're going to be, like I said, I don't care for what Zuckerberg's doing. I hear him speaking in public. He's being groomed. He's being groomed, ladies and gentlemen, by the Democratic Party. Simple as that. He's being groomed. To all of the new, I'm having a problem on the phone this morning. It's not pulling stuff up as fast as I like it, but all the people on Facebook, on Twitter, all the new followers this week, unbelievable, off the hook. Thank you very large. They all joined my Twitter campaign. Anna Meyer, GMO Inside, got a good program going on over there. But yet another great organization that is asking for money, has the same goal as everybody else, and none of them, they're all like, in my humble opinion, I'm not saying anybody's doing anything wrong or bad, I'm just saying we need a little more organization. We need a little more organization. Let's get all these groups. Let's get all these drop-dead gorgeous women. Let's get all these gals out there that are non-GMO. And guess what? A 20-something found me yesterday. I was blown away. Little Katie over there in Quincy, California, said something to me, and I was flabbergasted, I'll be quite honest with you. But we were talking for a minute about GMO technology, and she goes, it's kind of common sense. And I was like, say that again. It's kind of common sense. And that is how you need to apply a lot of stuff, a lot of whatever you want to call it, to the GMO technology and this subject matter. Use a little common sense. Use a little common sense. Don't use Monsanto science. Use common sense. But the Twitter campaign. The Twitter campaign. This week, another 27 people joined me in my campaign asking Mr. Donald Trump, asking Mrs. Donald Trump, asking Scott Pruitt at the EPA, asking those guys at the FDA and the USDA food safety people. Please get the poison out of our food. Please get the poison out of our food. I put a poll up on Twitter. Do you want poison in your food? 350 some people answered in an hour. No! Pretty simple math. 350 some no. 0 yes. I think the scale says no. No, we want no poison in our food. Simple as that. Simple as that. Coming to a shelf near you. Coming to a store right now while you're sleeping. You're not looking. They're driving them down the road. GMO apples. Did you order food? Somebody please tell me who ordered an apple that doesn't rot? Who ordered a fish that grows faster? Who ordered a pink pineapple? That's the one I want to know. Who ordered a pink pineapple? Get your tutu on and get over here so I can beat you with a stick. Because none, everything I just mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, none of that food has been tested. It's been put in the food supply. I'm not kidding. Canada's buying Atlantic salmon, unlabeled GMO salmon that gets shipped down to Panama. They grow them up and send them back. Nothing wrong with that picture, is there? I can't see any scenario that could go wrong. That's just a hunky-dory setup if I ever saw one. How about your dairy? Your dairy. Small dairies, Land O'Lakes. Metal Gold. They all belong with Dean Foods. Some of these are not. Now, Model Dairy here locally, and they deliver, get a load of that. You can still get milk on the door. I remember as a kid, used to go out there, man, they'd have little 6-packs in quarts, in quart jars with the little cardboard cap pressed around it. And in the wintertime, we'd be out there because we got the ice milk, and it was groovy, man. It was cool because it was real ice milk. It wasn't fake. But the big issue is, and thank you to the people bringing attention to this and addressing the dairy issue, because Dannon has come out with a GMO, a non-GMO yogurt. I'm not a yogurt, but they're doing this, and it's becoming an issue. And it's becoming an issue. Why? Because the soy, the corn, the rice, all this stuff they're feeding the animals is GMO. It's GMO. Yes, you know that product. We're going to take some of this out of here. We're going to put some of that into here. Where's the star of our show? Where is the star of our show? The star of our show. Here we go. Week number 8, the star of our show. It's Wilcox Organic, ladies and gentlemen. They've been on the show for 8 weeks. This is week number 8. Prior to that, they sit on the shelf for 6 months. Good googly wooglies. Who laid the egg? They were in here for 6 months before I put them on the air. Why? Because it says it's a hard-boiled egg. It's Wilcox Organic since 1909. Certified organic by Oregon Health. Will you eat them? Goodness sakes alive. Knowledge, a neurotoxin. Sometimes in the face of disaster, and this is where sometimes chemicals got to be used. Is it a good thing? Hell no, it's not. Knowledge is not a good pesticide. It's a neurotoxin. It's been known to cause birth defects. It's been known to have 60% spikes in autism in areas where it was using, causes fetal brain damage and stuff like that. It is very toxic. Make no mistake about it. But when you have a situation like we have down in Houston and in the Gulf, where you have massive amounts of flooding, and I'm sorry, but that water's got poop in it, folks, and it's got animal poop, it's got people poop, it's got raw sewage, it's got every kind of poop you can imagine in it, and it's festering and it's doing its thing. This is where sometimes the chemicals, we don't have a choice sometimes. Is there a better chemical than knowledge? Maybe so. Is there one that's going to be as effective, as rapidly as knowledge? I don't know. I'm not a chemist. I couldn't tell you that. I'm not a scientist with a PhD that is required now to read our food labels. That's not me. What I do know is knowledge is a neurotoxin. Everything I'm mentioning, folks, links in the description. Links are in the description. Links are in the description. But knowledge, again, like I said, 60% spike rates in the areas that they use this in autism. They've actually seen fetal brain damage. So it's a very thing. If you're in that area, 6 million acres sprayed by the Air Force last week in the Houston area. Find out where it is, ladies and gentlemen. Protect yourself. Again, the bugs, everything about it, you got to get on top of that kind of stuff, and you got to do it like that. You can't hesitate. It has to be done immediately. So in that respect, chemicals can be our friend if we use them correctly and we're aware and we're cognizant of what's going on with that. Again, information, if you're down there in the area, information in the thing. GMO banana? We got GMO bananas on the horizon. Hold the phone. Don't be touching my nanners. Do not touch my nanners. Are you kidding me, GMO my banana? No. No, 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 no. Look, folks, GMOs, when they do this stuff and they start patenting all this crap, they create what they call a monoculture. What's bad about a monoculture? There's no biodiversity. There's no life going on. We take everything and they say, oh, well, you got a higher cotton yield. Well, yes, because I'm growing 7,000 acres of cotton instead of 1. Of course, we're going to get a higher yield. Don't buy into the propaganda. Don't buy into the game. That's what it is. It's the Monsanto propaganda machine at its finest. At its finest. Soil. What goes in the soil goes on the table. Why is that important? Because when we do a monoculture, we don't create a healthy soil. Why is healthy soil important? Because it helps control climate change. Oops, Al Gore, you forgot about that. Bill Nye, the fake science guy. Oh, hi. Yeah, I don't know the difference between a boy and a girl, but I'm the science guy. You have to believe me because the Democratic Party put me up here on this platform to speak to you and brainwash you. Yeah, right. Biodiversity in the soil, ladies and gentlemen, it's a must. It's a must. Because if we don't balance our soil, the carbon that we're not putting in the soil, that needs to go in the soil, helps balance everything in nature. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what you believe. But it's a fact. You cannot undo it. It's a fact that cannot be undone by any science, whether it's Monsanto science, fake news. I don't care what it is. The reality is this. Poisons, the first documentation other than hemlock and arsenic and old lace and Shakespeare stuff. First poison that was put in food we know of was in 1901 when Coca-Cola put saccharin in their product and sold it to everybody. Untested, again, untested. And then Monsanto asked our government, hey, Uncle Sam, sue me, sue me, sue me. And they never should have been suing Monsanto. They should have been suing Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola did the crime. They put the poison in the food. Not Monsanto. Monsanto made the product, sold the product. That's America. That's capitalism. That's what we do. You make something, you sell it. That's what Monsanto did. Did they commit a crime? No. Coca-Cola did by putting it in the food supply. The U.S. government doesn't sue Coca-Cola. Now we have this mess in our food industry, and we have people like Debbie, let me stab my constituents in the back, stab in now, giving us a QR code for $15,000. $15,000 Monsanto gave that rummy girl. And look at her too, man. Oh my goodness. Kind of like Hillary Clinton. Coyote date. You know what I'm talking about, fellas. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. She is not a very attractive person. Physically, mentally, everything about her is ugly. Everything about her is ugly. Kid Rock, I'm asking you right now. I'm calling you out, dude. Are you going to try to undo what she did with that food labeling thing? Are you going to try and get the poison out of our food? I'll throw behind you, dude. I'm not a big rap person or whatever this guy does as far as entertainment. But if he's going to come up and say, hey, look, I'll tip my hat to him. I'll give him a nod. We got to get the crap out of Washington. She's part of the swamp. She is a swamp monster. She is a swamp monster. Seed saving. Seed saving. Hey, before we get there, you know who is responsible? Do you know who's responsible? MDG Blogger. MDG Blogger. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, of course, GMO Tuesday brought to you by Foothill Feed and Mercantile, 1330 Geiger Grade, 775-852-0999. All your non-GMO and certified organic animal feed needs. She's got them. If she don't, she'll get them. If she don't, she get them. Tell Shannon I said hello. She'll get what you need. She'll get you squared away. Yes, she will. Paula's Healthy Living. Links in the description. She had something about chicken fajitas this morning. Hey, Paula's Healthy Living, MDG Blogger, of course, organicforgreenlivings.com. Great stuff on the website. Get over there, check those ladies out. And fellas, you can stop and slobber. They're good looking. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. Just don't let the missus catch you, because if you bam upside the back of the head, she caught you slobbering. It's all good. Okay? It's all good. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Seed saving. You know, a bunch of groups, I guess, there's a bunch of seed swapping, saving going on seed groups on Facebook. Of course, with the Equinox coming, fall coming, it's time to start collecting seeds. Susie's Seed Addict. I got a little blurb from them about them. And another one, this is a mouthful, folks, a mouthful. Seed Swap Gardens. Seed Swap Gardens, a healthier lifestyle, sustainable living, and homesteading. Wow. I don't know what the... Check them out. If you're on Facebook, check these. They swap seeds. They talk to each other, garden clubs and stuff. Of course, Healthy Living. And of course, you guys know me, Baker Seed Group, the Baker Creek Seed Company. Tops in the country. Petaluma Seed Bank, part of the Baker Creek organization. Mary's Heirloom Seeds down in San Ramon. Another cutie pie non-GMO girl. I'm liking the non-GMO girls. This gal I met, this little 20 years something, I don't know. She's a cutie pie too. What can you say? What can you say? Hillary Clinton? Debbie Stabbin now? Merkel? And then we have Drop Dead Gorgeous from down under, the drop-dead gorgeous Sheena Alexandra. Hey, what is the name of that? I found it on Bondi Radio, Wellness Radio, bondiradio.com.au. Fridays, 6 to 9 Pacific Standard Time. You can catch them on the TuneIn app. Good show, good show. I got tied up this week. I wasn't able to catch them, but I've been talking. They got a great show. You got to check them out. Talk about health. They talk about all kinds of stuff. It goes to show you, all the way around the world, people like Zen Honeycutt, moms across America, moms across the world, care about what they're putting on the table for their children. They want to know. They want to know. Mary's Heirloom Seeds down in San Ramon, marysheirloomseeds.com. MDG Blogger. You can find her on Twitter. All these ladies and gentlemen, all these ladies, I am privileged and honored. I'm one of the luckiest guys in the world. I get to interact with all these gorgeous women every single day. Why? Because they don't want poison in their food. And we ask Mr. Donald J. Trump. We ask Mrs. Donald J. Trump. We ask Mr. Scott Pruitt, EPA dude. We ask the FDA. We ask the USDA food safety people. Please, please get the poison out of our food. Did you hear something the other day? They set a website up and it crashed. It crashed. It crashed. It crashed in 20 minutes. Why? Because everybody had the same goal. They went on and said the same thing at the same time. Come on. We can beat Twitter up in a heartbeat. This is a good cause, folks. This is a good cause. Mr. President, Mrs. President, Mr. EPA, FDA, USDA, let's drain the swamp. Let's get the poison out of our food. Find me on Twitter, Alliday LLC, at Alliday LLC, and me and you, we will ask the president and his wife and the EPA and the USDA and the FDA. We'll ask them all, please get the poison out of our food. We don't need it. Nobody wants poison in their food. Nobody wants poison in their food. I find it irreprehensible that a mother can poison her child and she goes to jail for life, yet Monsanto can do it every day and they get a Nobel Peace Prize. How bizarre is our world? That is Bizarrio world if I've ever heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Bizarrio world. Bizarrio, Bizarrio, Bizarrio. Unbelievable. Hey. Oh, yes. We're going to take Zep in the step and get us out of here today, ladies and gentlemen. I got to run. And I can't stand still. Got a flaming hot can. Get my fill. We're going to get out of here today, ladies and gentlemen. I want everybody to have a great, great, great day. Hey, if you have, before I go, I got to talk about it. I got to talk about it. Hang on 1 minute. We got to give a couple minutes. Sustainable agriculture. You've heard me talk about it before. Foreclosurepedia.org. I was on foreclosurepedia.org. We were talking about it over there. It is the next booming thing. And what is the next booming thing in sustainable agriculture? Oh my goodness, something we probably never thought we'd see in our lifetime, ladies and gentlemen. It's the medical marijuana industry. Let's not hide it. Let's not paint it any other color. The medical marijuana industry, and that is the arena I'm getting ready to step into. I have found a guy that wants a dirt maker. He wants to create a type of system that is sustainable. It's not, and of course, if you follow this industry at all, you know that there's a lot of illegal growing going on still, even though medically has been approved, recreational places have been approved. There's still a lot of illegal growing going on, and those are the people, because they're using crazy fertilizers. They're using pesticides, insecticides, and herbicides, and all this kind of stuff. I've actually cleaned up marijuana farms that had insecticides that were banned in the 60s. There was like 387 gallons. I can't remember the name of it, but when I looked it up, I was like, huh? I didn't even recognize the name. But when I looked it up, I was like, holy cow. But anyways, this is where it's going. This guy up the road, he wants to approach it from a sustainable application, and he got a hold of me and he said, hey, look, I know you make dirt. You make dirt for some of my competitors, as a matter of fact. That's what I've been doing for the last 6-7 years now, is making dirt for people. I make dirt. What goes in the dirt goes on your table. Look at the star of our show. They ate something. They had to eat something to lay the egg. They had to eat something to lay the egg. That something came out of the ground. 8 weeks. The star of the show. 8 weeks. The star of the show. 6 months on the table before we made him a star. You go. You figure it out. You figure it out. You figure it out. Medical marijuana. The next wave. The next wave. Cheryl Schumann. Huge gal. She's not huge. She dropped it gorgeous, actually. But she's a huge marijuana advocate. Brander, all this kind of stuff, good stuff. I'm hoping I can engage with her, and maybe she can shoot me down the path to finding financing for this guy. I'm going to help him with a whole lot of stuff. Going to write where we've already started working on his business plan. That's what we do. That's what we do. I help people with business plans. I make dirt. Sustainable agriculture. What goes in the dirt goes on your table, ladies and gentlemen. And if we take care of the dirt, we take care of the planet, we take care of climate change. We don't have to listen to Al Gore take $30 million from George Soros, tell us that we're going to have catastrophic sea level rises in 10 years, and then go buy a $10 million home 50 feet from the ocean front. While they're flying around in their jets, telling us to reduce our carbon footprint. Somebody's making money on it. Elon Musk is all upset. Why? Because he is so heavily invested in solar. That's the bottom line. Not because he's right and Donald Trump is wrong. Donald Trump is right. He's pulling out of a financial nightmare mess for our country, and now he's a bad guy? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the climate change is a hoax. Again, George Soros popped $30 million to Al Gore. Take it from there, ladies and gentlemen. The guy's a cretin on our planet, and he needs to be executed. I'm sorry, I've never said that about anybody. I think the same thing about Charlie Manson, though. He's a cretin on our planet that needs to be removed. George Soros is vermin. Every problem this planet has right now can damn near be directly related to him, because he started it. He's created it, financing groups under freedom of speech. Poppycock. Poppycock. You can't finance the overthrow of a government under the First Amendment. It's called treason, and there's a law against it. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a political analyst or anything like that. I just know what I see. I call a spade, ladies and gentlemen. You got Al Gore, the face of climate change. Poppycock. And then you got Bill Nye, the fake science guy, telling everybody you got to believe, you got to believe. They've both been purchased by the Democratic Party and George Soros. I know, Thomas. I know. It's okay. You can bet Thomas is going to have something to say. You can bet he'll have something to say. It'll be a good one. You got something to say? Give us a comment down below. You like what you hear, folks? Give us a thumbs up. Again, Susie's Seed Addict. Seed Swap Gardens. A healthier lifestyle, sustainable living and homesteading. Seed groups, they're swapping stuff. They got information going on. Some people sent me a couple screenshots of some of the articles and stuff. Good looking stuff. Sounds like some good stuff going on over there on Facebook. People exchanging information, positive information, not propaganda. And that's what it's about. Mary's Heirloom Seeds, a Petaluma Seed Bank. Baker Creek Seed Company. There you go. There you go. It is that time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a little more zep in the step to get up out of here for the day. If you're having